The imbalance method. I heard this explained before to where when you're trying to achieve certain things, you have to put in a lot more effort up front than what you have to do to maintain it.
Is literally just about your ability to work super fucking hard, and it's not going to be easy. I can tell you the stories that I used to work 12-hour days, but it's like through those moments you still have so much critical thinking. You're still constantly like questioning yourself. But this is how that success is made. It's made through those brutal workouts when you're in the gym and it's been 1.5 hours and you've still got some random fucking muscle like the rear delts that you've not hit yet and you just want to go home. It's made through workouts like that. It's only when a guy's already built a physique and that's when he tells you wholesome things like, oh, but you only need to go to the gym 3 times a week. But he's not remembering that he went to the gym 6 times a week for 2 hours at a time for like 6 years, and now he can maintain with 3 workouts a week.
So for example, for me now, I go to the gym 3 days a week, sometimes 2 days a week or less, and I'm able to maintain what I built up so far. And that has made me very lazy in certain aspects because I'm like, oh, I don't have to push hard. I don't have to try to go for PRs or big weight because it's very easy for me to maintain this now. It's chilling. I just do this for fun. It's not really something I put any emphasis, any focus, any goals or anything. I just come here, maintain, stay healthy, feel good, mental benefits. This isn't how I got the results. This is just how I'm maintaining it. Because when I first started at the gym, I'd be going 5 days a week, 6 days a week. I'd be taking caffeine before every single workout, blasting music at maximum volume. I'd be watching videos, I'd be taking creatine, taking beta-alanine, any little thing that would give me a little extra edge. You know, putting in those long 1.5-hour workouts, training muscle groups twice a week. You need that imbalance method to achieve results, and it's only after the results is when people start preaching about you must have balance in your life. Because think about it, when you don't have enough to pay rent, right? And you working full-time and then you working a part-time and you try to put food on the table, nobody can tell you about, oh, live a balanced life, because you need to pay rent, you need to buy food, you need to put gas in the car, you need to do what you gotta do. So it's a bit strange that we listen to that advice because we all experience this. You ever notice in university, in high school, but mostly university for me, the night before something is due, like a big project or like a big exam, is when you get the best and most work done. That's if you procrastinated it, but that's when you get the best and most work done. And it's usually late at night at an unhealthy hour, so your sleep is imbalanced, you already mess up your sleep. And it's in a crazy way, usually caffeine, usually, you know, study groups, WhatsApp, try and get the answers, different things like that. But that's when you make the most best results, because in 3 hours, you do something that, or maybe 5 hours, or however long dedicated stretch, you did something that should have took months. So why do we apply that to other things in life? Why do we tell the beginner at the gym to, oh, only go to the gym 2-3 times a week when I went 5-6 times to get where I'm at now to be able to go 2-3 times? Why do we tell people who don't have enough money to live the lifestyle that they want that, oh, they shouldn't work too hard, they should have a work-life balance, they shouldn't burn themselves out? When for me to save up my first 10K, I had to work multiple jobs, multiple business, multiple side things, save aggressive. So it just don't add up. It don't add up. And I agree that balance is important when you're able to sustain once you reach the point to be balanced. But why do you think small businesses have the reputation of you're working 24/7? When you first start a business as a sole trader, you're working more than if you were working a 9-to-5 job. When you're first trying to save, you have to really do a lot more effort for your money to grow compared to when you have a nest egg and that's able to compound, you're able to get interest from that. When you're first starting out at the gym, you have to put a lot more effort in, come a lot more than I may have to. And you know, I may come to the gym less than you may be coming to the gym every day, and I come less than you and I have the better results and I have the more balance and I'm gaining all the benefits, right? seems a bit unfair, but that's why it's a little confusing. Because balance is important, but you need to be in balance at the start to make any progress at all. Because that is the hardest part, is when you're just starting. And if you try to be balanced, then you just won't make the results you're trying to make. It's going to be very hard, it's going to be very difficult. And unfortunately, I'm struggling right now with a few things. So the gym is fine. That is not an issue at all. But I'm struggling with building the lifestyle that I'm trying to live and feeling safe and secure and being able to be present with the people I value and love and spend quality time and have new adventures, new experience, not live the same day every day. But here's the problem. I'm also trying to build a business, trying to scale from $0 to $200 a month sporadically. I'm trying to scale that to, hopefully my goal is going to be to try to get 1K a month, try to make that something consistent, grow the whole infrastructure so my online payments are smooth, my website is accordingly, I have content that people, my marketing is on point, my skills are up to par. And both of them are competing for the same resources, they're competing for the same amount of money, because I could either go to a trip to Europe for $2,000 or buy a new drone. I could either buy a new shirt, go out to eat, do something fresh, or pay for my business license, pay for my drone license. I could either invest in different camera, invest in audio, or invest in going to Miami for a weekend. And it's like both competing for the same resources, right? And I'm trying to cheat the system, and I haven't done this with anything else. Because with the gym, the main thing was time and energy. And I put all my time, all my energy, Imbalance Method, for one goal, and I achieved basically all the goals I set out. Was able to bench 2 plates, that was a very huge one. That took a lot of work. It took a lot of trauma, I will say, but I was able to do that. But these two now, I want both at the same time. I don't want to choose one over the other. I don't want to choose my lifestyle, my enjoyment of life, traveling, exploration, adventure, friends and family. I don't want to choose them over my business and my passion and my ability to have an impact on the world and provide for myself and safety and security. But I don't also want to choose want to choose traveling and family over that, or that over. So I'm trying to do both, and I can't. I want to deploy the Imbalance Method for 1 year. I'm going to shrink everything down into a period of 1 year and just do a test. How much can I accomplish if I focus on my business for 1 year? It's not going to be perfect. 80% business, 20% money, resources to that. But I want to focus 1 full year at least. It might not be all my money is being prioritized efficiently, but my time and energy at least. Until the business starts producing more profits that can be reinvested, my time and energy, imbalance it into the one thing, the one lever that I think has a possibility to grow bigger than I could ever imagine. And it's not fun, because I got people questioning me, got people asking me, telling me that my way of life is wrong, is imbalanced, which it is. It's monotonous, it's routine, it's the same thing over and over, nothing changing. All that is true, valid criticisms. And you can look at me 3 months from now, look at me again and say, nothing has changed other than the shirt on this man's back and maybe his thoughts. But inside, it's like I'm learning skills. I'm going through all the legal requirements paperwork, filing, submissions. My identity is aligning more with that reality. I'm getting more clarity, deciding what to do, deciding what to record, what sort of content to make, how to market. So it's just, the only thing that's left is keep putting in the time, keep putting in the energy until I'm able to multiply that using money. That's all that's left. And nothing changes until one day my website's up, online payments are smooth, I have 2-click, 1-click bookings, I have schedule all lined up, I have clients, I have business cards, I'm officially licensed, have protocols and procedures set up already, I have spotters and different employees for different things, and I can start to, so nothing changes until suddenly everything changes. And that's the imbalance part of it. So it's true. I'm doing the same things, getting the same results, which many people say is a definition of insanity, but as long as you can see some progression, there's reason to keep going. In the gym, as long as I could do one more rep, as long as I could change the variation of the exercise and do something different, now that's, a different stress on the muscle, and I could even one more rep on those, and if not, go back to the original one, see if I'm able to increase one rep on that. If not, rest, then focus on a different body group. Maybe I can't get the extra rep on chest, but I can get it on legs. If I can't get it on legs, maybe I can get it on abs. If I can't get it on abs, maybe I could do more cardio than the last time. Just something always pushing. As long as you have that, it's worth continuing. And it's the same thing, as long as I could learn one more thing in the edit to make my ideas come to reality, as long as I can get one more view, one more subscriber. So yeah, I need to be in balance, but the people in my life need me to have balance for them. And I don't know how to rectify that, how to align that, because it's out of alignment. It won't work. Either I focus all my effort for 1 year like I have planned and get the success I need in order to only be able to have to put in a few hours a week, and this is something that is built just like the gym. Or I keep trying to do both. I keep trying to go to the gym 3 times a week. And I'm talking now from the mindset of someone who's at the bottom. So if this is a graph and the end point is your end result that you want, and we're down here going 2-3 times a week, my body's or my physical or whatever is still not where I want it to be. And I also don't have the same amount of time, because I'm still investing some time instead of investing the required time. And instead of efforts going maybe like this, if I invest the required amount of time, yeah, maybe efforts will go like this, and then I'll do that, I'll come back down, I'll do that. But then missing out on the other aspect, instead of being in balance, I'm struggling with trying to be balanced for everyone else. So it's like, do I be selfish and end up selfish alone, imbalance, which is what is required for success? Or do I give in a little bit, and do I accept, you know what, maybe my success isn't as important as my friends, family, adventure, travel, learning new things, opening my mind. How do you even decide that? I don't know. Which is why I want a year. I think in one solid year, I could at least make enough progress if I really dedicate myself to kind of figure out how to approach everything else after that.